The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. You cannot control the behavior of others, but you can always choose how you respond to it. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. If you want to know who controls you, look who you are not allowed to criticize. If you blame it on someone else, don't expect it to get better. A calm sea will not make you a skilled sailor. Dreams don't work unless you do. No amount of regretting can change the past, and no amount of worrying can change the future. It always seems impossible until it's done. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. The more you let go, the higher you rise. The journey to your success will always begin with the small step of taking a chance. There are no limits to what you can achieve on your journey through life, except in your mind. Failure is a bruise, not a tattoo. Small-minded people blame others. Average people blame themselves. The wise see all blame as foolishness. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, then suddenly you are doing the impossible. Admit your mistakes, be smart enough to learn from them, and strong enough to correct them. If you really look closely, most overnight successes took a long time. You will never be who you want to be until you are happy with who you are. Don't stress yourself too much, because no matter how bad the situation is, it will change. Those who aim at great deeds must also suffer greatly. No single thing will solve all your problems. No goal, no achievement, no relationship, no one will ever fix you. Never regret a day in your life. Good days give you happiness. Bad days give you experience. It is better to make an approximately correct decision than a precise mistake. We live only now. Everything else is either past or is unknown. Never back down from a real challenge. They give the best lessons in life. You cannot start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and survived. Receive without conceit, release without struggle. Healing doesn't mean that damage never existed. It means that damage no longer controls your life. To forget is the secret of eternal youth. One grows old only through memory. There's much too little forgetting. With time, the more wins with fear you can accumulate, the more fearless you will become. Strive to make small changes and learn something new daily, because there are always these experiences you have had to tap into for the future. Following a path is easy. Creating a new one can be painful, but it will lead you to new places. Master your mind, or it will master you. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Things don't happen for no reason. They happen to teach you something. I say luck is when an opportunity comes along and you are prepared for it. To live like royalty, work like a laborer. You've got to dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. However difficult life may seem, there's always something you can do and succeed at. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Most of the stuff you worry about never happens. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. A positive atmosphere nurtures a positive attitude, which is required to take positive action. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. The art of living lies less in eliminating our troubles than in growing with them. A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. In the face of adversity, remember that diamonds are made under pressure. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Our anxiety does not come from thinking about the future, but from wanting to control it. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Sometimes you need to burn bridges to stop yourself from crossing them again. Choose happiness. It's a choice, not a result. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. Don't take criticism from anyone you would not take advice from. No matter what anyone says or does, my task is to be good, not to be driven this way and that, but always to behave with justice and see things as they are. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Our life is a game whose rules we don't know. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you will see all around you, the more generous life will seem, and the happier you will become. Thoughtlessness, not malice, often explains foolishness. Try to get what you love. Otherwise, you'll have to love what you got. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? So many people love you. Don't focus on the people who don't. Better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Some talk to you in their free time, and some free their time to talk to you. Learn the difference. A sword can only be formed once it goes into the fire. Because one is content with oneself, one doesn't need others' approval. An act has no ethical quality, whatever, unless it be chosen out of several all equally possible. Be alone sometimes. It is important for your mind and well-being. You cannot control the behavior of others, but you can always choose how you respond to it. The real secret of success is enthusiasm. Wisdom consists of knowing how to distinguish the nature of trouble and in choosing the lesser evil. Be wary of the man who urges an action in which he himself incurs no risk. Be a good person, but don't waste your time proving it. It's courtesy and kindness that define me today. The more you give, the more you receive. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. There's no shame in saying, I don't know. Nobody has all the answers. No matter how good a person you are, you will always be bad in someone's story. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. Change is never painful. Only resistance to change is painful. The most important relationship you have is with yourself. Your past is your opportunity to learn the lessons you need to deal with your present life. Do not laugh at old age. You are coming closer to it. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. A clear head is good company. Drinking is a dangerous friend. Waiting is painful. Forgetting is painful. But not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Focus on the step in front of you, not the whole staircase. Think of each failure, each heartache, and each loss in your life as a lesson in courage and resilience. Happiness is not by chance, but by choice. Self-care is realizing that you are your greatest obstacle. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Change is scary because known challenges and pain are easier to accept than unknown ones. Keep your fears to yourselves, but share your courage with others. The more silent you are, the more you are able to hear. Don't regret the past. See, at that moment, you did your best. You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. Listen to the people who tell you what you don't want to hear. Be proud of how hard you are trying. To live without hope is to cease to live. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. Love is not about changing someone, but inspiring them to be their best self. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. You'll never be able to please everyone, so don't make your life revolve around being accepted by everyone. There is nothing as likely to succeed as what the enemy believes you cannot attempt. Marrying is not at all difficult. It is difficult to be married. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. Forget what hurts you, but never forget what it taught you. Every person hits a crossroads in life when you have to let go of the past and forge ahead into something new. Life just gets so much better when you stop taking things personally. Trust is built over the course of a relationship, but can be lost in an instant. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. The world will not become kinder to you just because you are a good person. Good people are the ones who are played with the most. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. They've promised that dreams can come true, but forgot to mention that nightmares are dreams too. Share information wisely. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? Remember that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck. You can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. The greatest thing you can give yourself is freedom from what others think. Life, if well lived, is long enough. You can either be a negative or positive person in life, but only one will get you somewhere. The only time you should ever look back is to see how far you've come. A friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship. The fastest way to become better is to surround yourself with better people. Let go. What's meant for you will find its way. Life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly, kiss slowly, love truly, laugh uncontrollably, and never regret anything that made you smile. Believe it or not, happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become, and the same is true of fame. You don't have as much time as you think. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. The future comes slowly, the present flies, and the past stands still forever. No one knows what his powers are until he uses them. You will reach your destination even though you travel slowly. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Your past does not define your future. In order to help another effectively, you must understand what he understands. If you don't value your time, neither will others. It is better to try something and fail than to try nothing and succeed. The more seriously you take yourself, the unhappier you're going to be. Hatred is a curse that does not affect the hated. It only poisons the hater. Release a grudge as if it was poison. You deserve it, the career, the love, the family, the peace, the life. Soft and weak wins over hard and strong. Stand up to your obstacles and do something about them. Sometimes you must yield in order to win, and sometimes maintaining a low place leads you to win. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. Make improvements, not excuses. You cannot change anyone, but you can be the reason someone changes. Love liberates, it doesn't imprison. From love arises hatred of those things which are contrary to what we love, or which oppose and thwart us in those things that we delight in. Many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want to impress people they don't like. Don't spend your life dreaming about what could have been in another place or under different circumstances. Instruction begins when you put yourself in His place, so that you may understand what He understands and in the way He understands it. Have firm boundaries and be discerning about who you let into your life. Not mistreat or dump on others. Many people are good at talking about what they are doing, but in fact do little. Others do a lot but don't talk about it. They are the ones who make a community live. When a man moves away from nature, his heart becomes hard. The self-assured believer is a greater sinner in the eyes of God than the troubled disbeliever. Always move in your own direction, not according to society, friends, or family. When justice is lost, decency appears. Don't share your happiness or unhappiness. Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what illness you have. If something keeps you happy, keep it to yourself. You should never sacrifice what you could be for what you are. Staying positive does not mean that things will turn out okay. Rather, it is knowing that you will be okay no matter how things turn out. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. No matter how much you want, but the more you have, the more people will envy you. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.